go. I'll finish here.
Fuck you, I'm drunk. Fuck you, I'm drunk. Pour my beer down the sink. I've got more in the trunk. Fuck you, I'm drunk. Fuck you, I'm drunk. And I'm going to be drunk till the next time I'm drunk.
Well, like freaking hot.
Do they have green toilet paper, real?
Green toilet paper in a tapered roll with glass balls on it.
Do they really have green toilet paper for reals?
I'm sure they can. I mean, you can get toilet paper with Joe Biden's face on it. It is the best toilet paper ever because it takes shit from everybody.
I personally thought the Hillary Clinton and Obama was the softest on my little brown eye. Hey, what are we looking at today? Well,
Beer.
we're going to look at extra hot Bloody Mary mix from Hell's Kitchen. My Christmas present from Jules.
Dear baby Jesus.
Dear baby Jesus. Could have prepped this ahead of time.
Or a sugary friend, sweet baby Jesus.
Or David Brown baby Jesus. I just found that while I was cleaning. It's actually right by Christine on the CD rack.
That shit would be great. Put him in a manger in the front.
You got peanuts over here.
There's peanuts over there?
Peanuts.
My wife said I can't drink tonight. Unbeknownst to her, I'm having a Bloody Mary anyways, just without vodka. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
We're going to have to dilute that with some frickin'... That's like ketchup.
You might have to cut that little spicy V8 or something.
Where's the spicy V8 in the cabinet?
Yeah. To get a fair rendering of this, I will be having it like this. Seems how I already have a little lightning agent.
A little blood thinner there.
So is she going to give you a breathalyzer test when you get home?
I told her she had to give me a deep tongue kiss to make sure I didn't have any alcohol in my system. Think it's happening? No. Am I going to mess with her? Hell yes. Unhappy wife, interesting life.
What the hell is this shit?
Yeah. You know the one thing that doesn't work. You don't do this or don't do that. We're not going to have sex.
So this is supposed to be extra hot, huh?
Well, if it's not hot enough, there's additive. We got pepper extract and ghost pepper. Okay, well, it's still pretty damn thick after diluting it with
ketchup.
a half a shot of vodka.
And I did like quite a bit of...
Cheers.
I can just... Where's the rest of the dingle balls? Oh yeah, this got me too.
How do you fuck up extra hot?
Okay, now, this doesn't say anything about rimming. It says it's seasoning. So I'm going to try this. This is supposed to have some heat to it too. So here's the next level. It's an awful lot of that for a small bottle of that.
I mean, okay, normally this stuff here has a little bit of a bite to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it nullified it.
I'm not getting any heat off of it, if that answers your question.
Yeah.
I wondered how many paper towels I go through a year.
Nope, because I've seen your paper towel stocks.
You mean the wall behind the camera?
It's insulation. It's the right consistency, at least. Are we going to try the pepper extract, or are we going to go straight to the ghost pepper?
I don't know which one's hotter.
Probably the ghost pepper. By the way, thanks, Jules.
Oh. That has some heat to it.
This smells like just vinegar.
That does?
Yeah.
I didn't lick this finger yet.
I don't care if you did lick the finger.
They both have about the same heat.
I'm not putting nearly as much in mine as you did yours. But
It's not really a good thing when there's such a lack of heat on the hot, extra hot Bloody Mary mix that it takes the heat away from spicy.
it did. I'm like, okay.
Okay. So now we got Hell's Kitchen Bloody Mary mix. We got the seasoning, Cajun style seasoning spice added, and ghost pepper.
Now it's hot ketchup. For consistency, it's the right consistency.
Is there something that I'm supposed to know about Hell's Kitchen? Is this any association with Ramsay?
Yes, that is his show.
I just don't see him endorsing this.
Mm-mm. Either that or his cooking isn't that good and we've all been fucking fooled.
You know who's one nervous person?
Who?
Gordon Ramsay's wife when she's picking out the right douche. Never mind. Little spritz. You called? No, that's...
Apparently she married the right douche.
You gotta wonder what he's like at home.
You know, honestly, I've seen the points where he's got some humanity to him. I think the Jesus Christ, you put water is all just a big shit show to fucking make him seem like something he isn't. Don't get me wrong, it's we've certainly had worse Bloody Mary mixes. Right?
Yeah.
Right? I have to almost taste the spicy V8 just to see how it compares.
Maybe we have no taste glands because we have COVID.
My jokes are tasteless. I mean, shit. That's a little COVID-19 humor. fucking weirdest olives ever.
Oh, you like my transparent olives?
Yeah. They're pretty cool. What?
Don't judge.
Tell you what, if I had to spear fish for fucking survival, I'd be fucked.
Miles comes to a conclusion. Spearfishing is out.
Ha! Whoa!
First was Steven, Hops and Lead, saying first. Smile Money says, congrats, victory is yours. Then Smile Money says, top 5 or second. Zelty Shellback says, top 3 naked. Miss 27 says, top 7 not naked.
Alright, so...
Smile Money, glad to hear from Hornet Fixer for sure. Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Poco says hello. Poco says, well, it didn't explode, so that's good. Yeah, Poco, yeah. Poco says, make sure when you order the handguard, you get the proper size AR-10. Is a high rise and low rise. Great.
There's another one in here.
Actually, I think the handguard is the same. The barrel nut changes, I think.
What did I say? Somebody sent me a bib, I'd wear it.
Well, I can use these peppers for pizza. It's the kind of thing I actually do enjoy on a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
A couple packages in.
Whoever sent the bibs, thank you very much.
Another one for Rodney from Serpico. Gen 3, Gen 4, flat shoe, fits Glock, 17, 19, 22, 23, 26, 27, with a trigger bar. Again,
Okay, Eric.
the best triggers
All right.
for Glocks. Serpico Performance. So you can't spear a goddamn olive, but you just speared an ice cube.
Yeah, like in the side, it's stuck. Where did I just... There we go. Now I got the last one, I think.
Serpico Performance Strikeout. And it's already on the trigger bar. I tell you what, that's another thing. If you can afford to, spend a little extra money, because then you don't have to put it together yourself. I can't even remember what the price difference is. I've only purchased the shoes. This is it's a good looking trigger, and I really like the fit and polishing on the trigger bar. That's really nice. I'm not quite sure if there's an upcoming project or what this is supposed to go into. Of all the triggers, and I have to give all credit to Stephen Bush on this, because he's the one that sent me my first Serpico, and granted, it wasn't the prettiest looking trigger, but it was my favorite feeling trigger, which that is in the G19 that Jerry got from me. And the literature.
Heck, I should put some of that pepper extract on my lips and give the wife a kiss on the lips when I get home.
This would probably look pretty good in that flat dark earth. Oh. You know, this in my name from Palmetto State. Never get rid of this awesome fire starter. The AR match grade trigger. I'm assuming this is for the JP Killer. We might have a change in plans on that NIHAP. I might swap this out and take this from you and put the put a Hyperfire. I might put the Hyperfire in the JP Killer. But side by side, I still might actually goof around with them. These are exceptional drop-in triggers for the money. But I want to see which one of the two of them feels a little bit cleaner. And I'm talking about the Hyperfire, the cartridge style one that I have in my 3-gun rifle. I just simply want the better. I want the better of the two triggers to go into the JP Killer.
Ooh. Can I have a little bit more of the extra hot there, Eric?
The extra hot?
Yeah. The extra not.
The extra not hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have all that you want. I'll see. More than likely, I'm going to end up putting this in the JP Killer, and then I'll put the Palmetto in this guy. This is a... Now, I will say one thing about the. This does have a little creep to it that the badass Hyperfire competition trigger does not have in it. Voting from the rooftops. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to see your voter ID. Here it is.
You know what? I think the solution to that fingerprint everybody as they vote. Eric?
Fingerprint this. It's a tough call. You know how we can decide this? Decide it the old-fashioned way. Dueling pistols. You know what I need is more shit in my way. Don't you agree? Hey. Now we go straight to the barn burner. .2. Let's do 3. 1.8. .14. So just a tick under 2 pounds. And in case Ammo Head is here, it's the gun that he wants me to give to him. Okay. 1.3. Just a hair under 1. .1. This is definitely the lighter of the triggers. 1.10. What? That's good. Ready for your lobster cakes.
Yeah. You got lobster? Shit. If somebody sent me lobster, I'd eat it.
Raw?
You can't eat lobster raw.
You can't? Who says?
Sure thing. Here's how that goes. Pinch. You got soft cheeks. Anybody ever tell you that?
Okay.
Did you try the soap?
No, but I think I brought it upstairs. I forgot all about it. I think it's in the bathroom now. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. I don't know which one I want to use. In all fairness to the Palmetto is a little bit heavier trigger, but it has absolutely no creep. And if if anybody has ever shot any of my two other hyperfires, the one thing that the other ones don't do is that. I mean, you can literally bring it right back to that wall. You know, I think I'm just gonna stick with the Palmetto and the JP. I think it's a. Hey, I hate to say this about my absolute favorite trigger manufacturer, but your Hyperfire, if you hear me say this, I don't like the little bit of a creep you get out of this. It's an incredibly light trigger. In something like this, it's probably a good match for this. But I do like the even though it's a tad bit heavier, I really like that this one just doesn't move at all until it starts to move, and then it fires. And it has a decent reset, so I will end up putting that trigger into the JP Killer. Until I tried the two of them side by side, I really thought in my brain that I almost put this one in the JP Killer before the package arrived. But these are, I don't know what they're priced at right now, but when I bought mine, it was I think $119 in comparison to, you know, a $400 trigger. And this one, or that one, I think you can find them on sale in the $150, $160 range. I think I paid $159 or something like that for that one. And if you go to Davison Defense, a lot of times they have specials. For $135, you can get that trigger with a charging handle, or that trigger with a knife, or something like that. But I like the crispness. I like the crispness of this over the creep and the lightness of that one. I think this is just simply a more predictable trigger. And then I am going to put the why am I drawing a blank? I'm going to put the other grip on it. So, let's roll on some more comments. Sorry about the breaking into a tech show in the middle. By the way, this is another fun rifle to shoot. Why? Just because. America! Oh, and today, flags are at half-mast for Bob Dole, the gentleman who invented pineapple.
Wow, holy shit. Holy shit. I don't know if this is okay to say, but are they a half-staff because they couldn't get them all the way up for Bob Dole?
Mr. 27 says 7th on my birthday. Oh, shit. I apologize, Mr. 27. Yesterday was Mr. 27's birthday. I think he's 16. You know, at one point in time, that would have been an insult, and by today, it's like...
No, actually, Garrett was 16 yesterday.
Garrett and Mr. 27 have a birthday on the same day. Pearl Harbor Day.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. 27 says, intro babe is okay. Then he says, that's Mr. Stang Brubomi. Smile Money. As for the Jesson's Final Mission build, $5,000, I did jog your memory. You said a couple of videos back that you're not sure, but thought it was 10. Let's see. Thank you. You have to be careful if the raffle price to prize price ratio goes at some point. The IRS has some list of requirements. Probably. I mean, after all, the Biden administration, this moronic douchebag loser, you know, wants any transaction between you and your bank, if it's over, what is it, $600 to be reported to the government?
It's $600. It was, if $600 annually moved through your account in withdrawals or deposits. That means if one check was over $600 for one pay period, they were required to report all of your income or all transactions for the year to them, to the IRS, which basically means everybody unless you don't use a bank. Then they says, oh, well, we'll go to $10,000. That still negatively affects a vast majority of the population. If you said the total of your, you know, if you went to 100,000, if you're going to go arbitrary numbers, 100,000, that would cut it down to a lot fewer people.
I love voting. We should all vote. Yeah, but if that was the standard that they were going to try to stay to, that means there isn't a person that has a bank account that probably wouldn't end up on some kind of a reporting.
And with that, do you think these new IRS agents are going to go after people with enough money to hire a lawyer to sit and browbeat them? No, they're going to go after people like Eric, like me. You know, let's say a veteran who retired, right? Gets a medical retirement disability from the VA, right? Pretty quickly you can get $2,000 from the VA as a net. So say you're getting $24,000 a year, but you're making a job. Say you get a job doing $60,000 a year with the union, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's about what I'll make with the Carpenters Union this year. But I have $80,000 going from my bank account, but only $60,000 is reported on taxes. They're not gonna look at where the income came from. They're just gonna take and throw a freaking audit at me. I don't keep my receipts. I don't do any of that stuff. So, and then the stress of having to go through that, they're not gonna go through and say, oh well, we'll just, oh, you have disability income from the VA? We'll just leave you alone. No, they'll dig deeper into your shit. That's my rant for the day. It's first one.
Clyde, whiskey and revolution for all.
I can't.
He can.
I can't.
He's a quitter. Actually, he's hoping to get...
It ain't happening either.
Wow, there's this...
Yeah, I ask my wife for it, and she tells me, go fuck yourself, there's your oral sex.
Christine always used to say that was hall sex. When you pass each other in the hall and tell each other to fuck off. Seems like a great relationship. Okay. So the hog and the trigger. Probably do that this evening as fun time.
And what's that going on? Is that going on the Justice Final Mission build?
That's going in the JP Killer. The some subtle enhancements.
Okay, I know what the problem is here. I need something to sharpen today.
That knife is not for using.
Why you have it?
Because it looks awesome. Two steels. That's not coating that's on there. That is two separate metals fused together.
Good, then it should cut twice as well.
This is the standard version of it.
How do they fuse it?
Super secret shit done at Kershaw. Oh, Wade, I apologize. Your our little thing that will be getting mailed out tomorrow. I have no excuse other than I'm good at procrastinating.
Yes.
I think I want some good scotch. Even though the Paul John Brilliance is one pour away from being gone. That turned into like a challenge for you, Miles? Olive spearing. Okay, back at it. Mr. 27 had the sub-comment. Poco, I have a relative visiting Fairbanks. He said in the middle of the day it was 30 below yesterday. Miss 27 says my stepson just moved up there a few weeks ago. Nice and cold for your beer. Poco says no need for a freezer in the winter. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, there is. It keeps your food from freezing.
Not to mention, if you put it outside, then the bears come. Smile Money, you are not done smile moneying that pistol yet. Wait until you have installed the magazine ejector button where the disconnect once was. Laugh out loud. Smile Money, you would never be fast enough to work as a bartender at the busy establishment. Plus, really licking all of the stirrers and utensils is frowned upon. This 27 sub-comment, all the professionals taste test before serving. Wonder about that, about some of the cooks that I've seen. I mean, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could be a chef in a good restaurant.
I wouldn't fit. I wouldn't be a good fit. Eventually they'd have to widen the aisles.
You know, the random Bloody Mary that I made yesterday was actually really good.
Really? What do you mean random Bloody Mary?
It was a little bit of 3 different things in there
Yeah.
that were all okay. I didn't use the one that tasted like carrots, and I didn't use the one that poured out like water. But I just did a third. Well,
It came out all right.
a third of the mix. It was like half a glass of vodka, and then I started adding Bloody Mary mix to it.
See, I think it was because you were drunk by the time you got to the point where you could realize that, oh, the Choo Choo Bar sells their Bloody Mary mix.
They have a fabulous Bloody Mary. Then again, mine were never made exactly like everybody else would get one. Because I have only had Bloody Marys at the Choo Choo that were made by Samantha. So right off the bat, I got 3 jumbo shrimp. I got Tardisius, wait for it, 2 slices of bacon.
We're gonna have to do another
a glass of olives. Because if you're Jason up at Grandma's up by the mall, Jason knows he will get a $20 tip from me if my Bloody Mary comes with the short glass, but it's fatter, filled. I think the most he ever gave me one time was 23 green olives. Because I told him, Jason, your tip is going to be directly proportional to how many olives you bring me with my, and it's the Prairie Mary up there. It's more horseradish than a typical.
Okay.
And if you want, you can get their vodka that's infused. They have a big container filled full of hot peppers, and then they pour. I don't even know what brand they use. I think
that's all the pepper is it's just an infused vodka. They just put the vodka in a big old pot and frickin' let it sit there and then filter it off.
But I am the rest of the goodies with this, the glasses and the seasoning, are all going to get used, and obviously, Jules, it got used. But overall, as a Bloody Mary mix,
consistency was right. The consistency was right. The flavor was it was halfway there.
This would have been one that would have been, if for some weird reason, a case of this showed up and it was like, would you throw it out? No, I'd never throw it out.
No.
But I would use this with other mixes.
Yeah.
Like, this would help to take away a little bit of the barbecue. If it wasn't for the fact that this is right here, I would light something on fire right now before I have to smell that.
Light a match.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you don't got COVID if you can smell that.
I've kind of been struggling this house. When you start doing destruction and you see what is in the sunbeam coming through the windows. Me and Greg have been wearing masks, and that's the thing that really pissed me off. We went almost a year on projects where we had to use like bandanas because we couldn't buy a mask.
Yep.
Could not buy a mask. All these losers are buying up these useless for COVID masks while people in construction are getting screwed.
You need to make yourself a filter box. You just take and make yourself a box. I think I have a box, I gotta look. It should be in the back. I have a squirrel cage, a big one. You just put yourself a filter on 3 sides of it, put it in there, put a switch on it, flip it on, and then it just exhausts the air out and it pulls everything into
Yeah, what would you use for the cabinet?
Plywood. You just make yourself a box, you put it in. And then that way it's pulling everything through there.
On a project like this, that wouldn't be stupid. I changed the filter and the furnace on the 2nd floor. And
which is insane. That thing has a furnace on each floor, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and we're running the fireplace now. We've had the fireplace ripping the last 2 days. But now, having said that, we have turned the furnace off on the 2nd floor completely. So all I had was the furnace, the fireplace in the house.
Did you have the chimney inspected?
No. There's no negative recourse, Miles, that could possibly happen right now. If you say right now the house...
that place burned down?
If you said right now, Eric, the place is burning down, will you sit and drink? I'd be like, I toast to that.
There's insurance on that place, isn't there?
Very seldom do they ever do that. Because when I asked about that, he said that they don't want to file a claim and have it come back against them on their prices. As a matter of fact, we have had scenarios where something happened unbeknownst to us, and there was some kind of it should have been some kind of a claim, and they refused, they ate it. They refused to file. But I will continuously go on the record on saying when prices of housing were selling for some of the stupidest things, like an $89,000 house sold for $320, that kind of stuff, I told them the best thing they could do with this is to cut your loss. You could probably walk away with more profit now by just selling it as is. Here it is. It's all yours. It's now your project. Because you are talking about a house that is going to easily consume $100,000 per floor, and there's 4 floors.
I don't think that thing was ever a single-family home.
No, I think the guess
it was
right.
a boarding house.
I think it was
a boarding house.
It might have been a Mariner boarding house because of the ports, our ports.
And so they had 4. They were 4 single-room rooms. They probably... Did they even have closets in those rooms?
Well, they did a bunch of gutting, and the closets were standalone after. They weren't part of the original construction. I'm pretty sure.
It's a hotel room, basically. It's just a hotel room. So they had
what's going to be the master suite and the big bedroom. That did not have any sign of a closet, but the other two did. But now it almost looks like there was 4 toilets in there. Like it was a room with a toilet. Not a bathroom in the room. Like you walk in and look, there's the dresser, there's his bed. Oh, look, a shitter. I don't know. I can't find any history.
That doesn't make any sense.
I can't find any history.
You would think if it was a boarding house, they'd have one shitter on each floor, at best. That had to have been something that was retrofitted in there later.
No, I think so, because they cut away the floor joists to run the 4-inch drain.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally destroyed the integrity of a couple of beams.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that. It's...
Was it Poco says until they become concise, they will never...
Conscious. They will never rebel. Until after they have rebelled, they cannot become conscious.
Oh, you're talking... When I said the sheep. Yeah. Yeah. Look at where we are. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit if you think I'm inciting people. Our society, we are dumb sheep. And the government is walking all over you. Our founding fathers wrote the laws and the Constitution to make sure the people that are now governing us would never, ever be able to do what they're doing right now.
Well, it took over 200 years to get to the point where they can do what they're doing against the Constitution, because it was that slow creep that they slowly chiseled away at what they're not supposed to be doing.
Our government not only has no money, but they should have no power. Everything that they have, the sheep give them. And I like I said, the problem is where do we stand on this? You know, how many people are willing to forego their futures and possibly their lives to ensure that the next generation gets to live the freedoms for which our founding fathers and God gave us? And that it's a scary thing, because, you know, I know several, like me, I'm at a point right now, give me the goddamn guns and a group of people and let's go. Someone like him, someone like Matt, I would not expect it, because they're parents with kids that still need to be guided and put in the right direction. You know, and I wouldn't even expect it. Me? My kids are all gone, and I'm in a scenario where I'm probably soon going to start seeing grandkids, and I know you guys aren't the people that would believe this, but really, how fucking stupid do you need to be when Joe Biden said 2-point-something trillion dollars. Don't worry, it's already paid for. This isn't going to cost anything. Be like Miles. Right now, why don't you go try to convince your wife that Honda isn't going to cost you anything. It's going to cost you at least a dog. I gotta admit, man.
Nope. I already told him.
I gotta admit, this man is standing pretty frickin' strong. One of his dream bikes, there's a dog standing between him and one of his dream bikes.
Oh no, I told the wife, we get another dog, it's another mini dachshund, and she's not ready for that after Josie. Josie, you know, did you ever meet Josie? The little silver and black one?
I don't think so.
That was a smart fucking dog. And she ended up with heart cancer, and that was my wife's baby. She took her to work every day, everywhere. And she went to the store with this dog. She was inseparable from this dog. But that was the smartest. There was only one night where I think she ever didn't sleep with her. And I'd been sleeping on the couch because I'd been having problems with the sleep apnea. And the wife goes, "Come on, Josie, let's go to bed." And Josie hops up on the couch behind me. And she goes, No, we're going to bed. And she stuck her head down and sat there and stared at Mom until Mom went back to the bedroom.
Smile money. You really hold a grudge against companies that will not let you buy their products. Harley Davidson, Olight, laugh out loud. Smile Money? I know, and I know I don't have to have this conversation with you because you would agree with me. It's customer service. I will happily pay more money at a great company that has great service and understands what customer service is.
You know, honestly, I've been up to the Harley Davidson Sports Center. They've been nothing but pleasant to me, nothing but willing to help me. No questions.
I would have never owned a Yamaha FCR 1000 if I had that experience.
But it is that idea that you go in to buy something and you ask them, can I get a help? Can I get a hand? And they're like, they look at you and go, well, you have a lot of salespeople who just believe you should walk in and throw money on the table and says, I will take this bike. There's no sales to it. And they don't, or they believe that their product sells itself. You know, the only reason why I bought the Electroglide was because, one, it was a hell of a deal, and two, it would get my wife out on a motorcycle.
Did you test drive it before you paid for it, though?
I knew what I was getting into.
So you didn't drive it?
Nope.
See, I had never driven an Eric Buell Harley Davidson.
See, I don't really like the Buells. I just... It's a Harley engine and a sport bike. How much can... Like you said, you've never ridden a Harley that goes... Makes you go... And that Harley out there really doesn't make me go... You know, the 2000 Goldwing I've got is... I'm more excited about driving that than I would ever be the Electroglide.
You know, I don't want to pick on him, but... his blood pressure goes up, and you should hear him talk about a few bikes, and they're never Harleys. Yet, that's what you have.
It's what me and the wife have. You know what? There's a CL350, a 71 CL350 on Craigslist right now. The guy's asking $2,000, and it has the wrong headlight on it.
That bastard.
You know, it's like the difference between me and Eric's penises and Matt's penis. The fucking headlight is like this big, and it should be like this big.
Okay, can we come up with some better analogies? Because that's just disturbing.
Okay, Matt's alcohol tolerance is like this big, and Eric's alcohol tolerance is like that big.
Yet, who drinks more?
Matt?
Yeah, I was like, Matt should be a frickin' Matt, like, and I know he's not going to see this, so I can pick on Mike. Mike drinks a lot, and I have never even seen Mike slur his words.
It's because he's drinking fucking piss water.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, here, hang on.
Rich Huff says, cheers all, top 20.
If Eric and I were to share this bottle in one night, this would be a week's worth of drinking for Mike.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And most, like, 2 Sundays ago now? Or was it last Sunday? He said, because his car's broken down, and he's like, you got time to, have you been drinking? And I'm like, nope, I have not. You have time to run me over to Quick Trip so I can get some smokes and some beer? Get in the car, and I'm like, how much beer are you getting? He goes, well, you know, enough for the rest of the weekend. And I go, I will not bring you to Quick Trip. This is Minnesota. It's 3.2%. That's all you're allowed to sell in a convenience store. I go, we're going to go to Keyport. Well, I don't want you to drive all the way over there. And I go, friends don't let friends drink shit beer. So
it's like my brother Mike drinking Wildcat Ice. He'll get a case of it and drink it in a day, and it's like, dude, you're imbalancing your electrolytes over getting drunk. Dr. Pepper has a higher alcohol content than that.
And I do say that. There is alcohol in just about almost any soda. Dr. Pepper has the highest alcohol content of all the sodas on the market.
And the highest caffeine.
Nice. Poco Loco. I don't think drunk people should get DUIs if their Tesla are taking them home. J-Dog, is that eyeball of the guy on the picture?
Let's see this. Where's the picture of the guy? God, it just feels fucking creepy. You know what you do? You chill that thing down, you put it in somebody's fucking drink.
I'm not going to put it in my eye. You just rolled it in hot peppers. Smile Money. The movie gun loaded and aimed itself as well. It was having a diva moment and needed a Snickers bar. Smile Money. Hoppy, floral, bitter, and those are the good qualities? Bitter, having a harsh, disagreeable, acid taste. That's not...
What's not to love?
Hey, at least it didn't taste like burning tires.
Or carrots.
Yeah.
Fucking carrots.
Fucking carrots. Blue Healer, 2 thumbs up, USA. Then Scourge, you should rig up a beer bong with the Mat Man. That's, no. You know, a transmission funnel holds a 6-pack, and Matt's tolerance is like 5 beers. So that could only go bad for me. Then Scourge, if you want to have a beer bong party with Matt at your place, I'll bring him over.
Hang on a second, I'm looking up something here.
Can I read while you're looking?
Go ahead,
something
look.
up? Mr. Mark Mac 85, excellent, Eric. I agree with you on that rant. Which one? Thanks to you, there's almost always one now. Troublemaker. Cobra says C8, just like the Corvette. C8 is a miss. C8 is a miss. Zeus, the legendary Hornet fixer. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Jim, I don't know if you're watching these or not, but I believe enough time has gone by here, my brother. But thank you very much for the stuff for...
Right there, this guy here, actually he's got pretty good, like, little short videos. But you pour a beer in there and it's got like a tube on it. It's like it's a 1-can beer bong.
Zeus, I8 P51 Mustang strafing run. I8.
What'd you eat?
I8 is a miss. Good run though. And I love the P51 Mustang. Probably one of the biggest disappointments of all the crashes of all of my custom-built airplanes. As a matter of fact, that I think might have been the motor out of it, which it took 4 inches of earth to be removed to get that motor out of the ground.
You used to build model the remote control airplanes?
That particular one was a three-line controlled one.
Oh, so you did it by hand?
Yeah, you stood on and it went in a circle, and you had up and down, and you had throttle. And me and my friend Joe flew the thing at least 3 circles each, 3 tanks of gas. And Joe goes, "Man, that was so much fun. Would you mind if I did it one more?" This was a remote control P51 Mustang that we made line control. It was the biggest line control plane that either me or Joe had ever built. Usually they're a stick body with the wings. We had one that when you did a loop and you came straight down to the ground and then leveled off, it would actually pop. And I don't know if it was doing something with the sound barrier or if we thought we broke it. I actually landed it and checked the wings to make sure we didn't crack something. But that thing would turn so fast you'd hear just a snap in the air. But my Mustang, I'm like, Joe, fine, yeah, go ahead and do it again. He does a loop. He did a down loop, and he's like, he has this big smile on his face, and he comes around, and he full throttles, and he goes like this to yank it to go up, and it goes, ring.
It kept going the fuck up.
Joe is standing there for about 30 seconds holding these controls, and the plane is gone. It's now no longer heard. And Joe looks over at me and he goes, I'll take that back. We're still standing there. And all of a sudden, you start to hear it again. And from where you were standing in the baseball field, it looked like it was coming at you. Joe started running that way. I started running that way. And it earthed in right between us. And that's when Joe goes, Eric, I can't tell if you're laughing or crying, but that's the funniest goddamn thing I've seen. I'm like, you
fucking dick.
And this is also the way our morning started. Guys, Joe's dad. Guys, you want me to snap a picture before you go? No. Who the hell crashes on their maiden? This was our first flight out, and there was no pictures of it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we used to spend the entire winter building up a brand new plane, and then we'd fly. And it was usually every other year. Joe invested. The one that made that weird sound, it was called the Cosmic Wind, which was ironic. Oh my God, that thing was so snappy. My P-51, we kind of guessed at the tail, because you had to, obviously it's line control, so you're only pulling away from you. And this was its maiden voyage. The plan was we'd maybe take a little rudder out of it, because it was like you were like. But the lines were stainless steel lines. It broke all three, and it obviously broke. It broke down first, because then it snapped. When it went to go up, it snapped that and the throttle, and off it went. But yeah, that's. I don't have a lot of experience with radio control. The matter of fact, the last time I've ever flown a radio control plane was one that Joe had built, and the Colos, my ma and pa. When I say I'm going out to dinner, and we will be on the 22nd. When me and Christine and Sam go out for our family dinner with the Colos, these were the people, the house that I grew up in, because my stepdad was a piece of shit and I never wanted to be home. And Frank and Peg, Ma and Pa, had just purchased a brand new Toyota Corolla. And, no, the Camry. It was a brand new Camry. And I'm flying the plane, and I come down, and Frank and his friend Tim literally ducked out of the way as I just missed the top of the car. And Frank goes, Eric, that's getting a little close to the brand new car. And I'm like this, Frank, watch. And I hit to go full up, and the plane stayed flying level. It turned out that the receiver unit in the plane was cracked. So as the plane was flexing, it was making signal and then losing signal with the remote control. So did everything I could to get that on the ground without hitting the brand new Camry.
I think it'd be kind of cool to do some remote control planes.
I've always thought about getting back into it. I had the cars, and I would love to do the planes again, but I just know the way I am, and I have no self-control. So the first one would be like with a $600 radio, and I just like.
Make a hell of a channel, Eric.
Oh, yeah. Ask Travis. That's what Travis did. Lily goes, have you seen Travis's remote control? He says he wanted to get out of guns because it was too expensive. I mean, we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars in like...
The controllers and the servos and stuff, and then the planes, the hours you have into building them.
Yeah, building is fun, though. McLean, Eric, it moved. Call me. Did it twitch? McLean, I hate you, Eric. Call me. McLean, Matt, please report to the dance floor.
Speaking of Matt, when was the last time he was down here for a review?
3 weeks ago.
Not soon enough? Or too soon?
Yeah, we're good. We're doing okay. Except for McLean and Matt Davis are both starting to have
Withdrawals?
Matt withdrawals. Wade, I love a virgin bloody in the morning with breakfast. I also enjoy a couple of extra dirty
Slut ones after dinner.
Wade, Alec Baldwin is idiocy personified. He said he pulled the hammer back on a single action revolver, and when they finished what they were doing, he let it go, shooting the girl. Well, no, now he's saying that the gun fired itself. Salty, I appendix carry with one in the tube. The time and the guns have never gone off by themselves. Same with
all the loaded guns in my safe. So let's go, Brandon. It's like trying to draw the word out there.
Salty, eyes up here.
I was up the mines a couple weeks ago, and they had that written in the dust in the back. One of the
Let's go, Brandon.
yeah. I've been taking pictures of that shit as I see it now.
Miss 27, just put a little Loctite and duct tape it, and it will work. Laugh out loud. I don't even know what we were talking about. Miss 27, India Eyeball, isn't that where they have monkey brain stew, like in India Jones movie?
Hey, you remember the first Indiana Jones movie where they bring out the monkey skulls and
You got that sound.
monkey brains!
You got that like unsucking sound as they pull the skull cap off.
Yeah.
Miss 27, what if I said intro boob balmy? Laugh out loud. I'm okay. I mean, hey, Mr. 27, you're like me. Bigger, the better. Mr. 27, welcome everybody to the Brew Bomi Studio Review. Thank you. Gillian, that was a very nice of Jim. Yes, it was. It was very nice of Jim. And obviously, of the dog tags and the one, I'm going to have to... now, the handrail that's supposed to be going on the rifle... I'm going to have to put some rail sections on just so that we can put a dedication to Justin on there. And Jim, again, if you're listening, every rifle we do should have a dedication for Justin on it. Sharky, nice package from Hornet Fixer. I miss his Sunday rants. I miss Jim, and I do miss those rants. Sharky, lots of packages indeed. Love the Jesus Loves You stickers and the Trump Glock plate. By the way, I gave one of those bumper stickers to Greg this morning.
Which stickers?
Jesus loves you. It's everyone else that thinks you're an asshole.
I haven't put one of those on my truck, but my boss would tell me to strip it off.
I probably will put it on my truck, but I did give one to Greg. If he doesn't actually utilize it, I will put it on something. I told Christine you need to put this on the Honda. Sharky says we're going to be in this for a while. Looks at the brew babe and thinks, what am I thinking? Sharky, the mag release on that Grand Power is just ridiculous. Ridiculous bad, that is. Yeah, it is. In a gunfight, you gotta have some strong guy press the button so you can put a new mag in it. And I don't know why, but I don't know. Smile Money. Maybe I better Smile Money the mag release. Sharky, she, the brew babe in white bikini, we all went back to at 54 minutes and 1 second, is not Russian. She's German. Okay. And her name is
Estefina Stomberg.
Born in 1995. Good God, I got underwear older than she is. I'm not obsessed or anything. Yeah, neither am I. That's why I'm doing a quick search. Images. Gosh, she's so fucking hot. That's a. That's a. Gotta high def. High def or not at all. I don't see what Sharky sees in her. She's
I'd see me and her.
I mean, she's so flat-chested. God, look at that. That is.
Are those real though?
You know what? I honestly think they are because they're big and bulky, and they're not really completely holding their own. I think if she were to take the bra or the shirt off,
Then we can tell.
Yeah, then we can tell. But I honestly, I mean, her ass and her waist, big deal. Big cans, nice nipples. Who cares about that? I really like her eyes. Just like her eyes.
You know, it almost looks like she didn't quite wipe right there. That's a problem.
Someone
That just ruins that fucking picture entirely.
Someone photoshopped out the. Yeah, I think they are. I think they're real. It would be my guess. Sometimes you really can't tell till you have your mouth on them.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were we? Not there. Okay. Yes, Sharky. Thank you. Sharky. Function. The white ball on the bottle at 58:28 blocked the perfect crack on green. Sort your stage out. Okay, what is he talking about? I gotta see. Oh. That's Google. Google messed up your shit. Here's what Sharky is talking about. She has. That's what's her name? Leah Speed. That's Leah Speed. And Leah Speed has Google crammed in her ass.
Ask Lexa.
That's funny though. Evidently I have to find a better spot for her. She used to sit right there until we had the mat clock. Sharky, coincidences or
Condolences?
Condolences to Wendy. Yeah. So there's a viewing on Friday, and the funeral is on Saturday. And they're doing it full Indian tradition, and the band that he belongs to is the Red Lake. So all of this is happening in Bayfield, Wisconsin. So I am not going to be making the viewing, and well, you're going. What?
Why won't you make the viewing?
Because it's Friday, and I have locked and loaded, and we're talking 3 hours of driving alone.
Yeah, I suppose.
So.
And that ain't gonna be no short viewing. They're doing it in
full Indian tradition.
Native American.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm sitting here thinking, wait, dot?
Feather, not dot. Smile when he loves it when I make that reference. Hey, even Wendy did. Even Wendy does. She's like, yeah, he's Indian. She goes, dot, not feather. And I thought Christine was going to lose it.
Did you say dot, not feather, feather, not dot?
Yeah. In this particular case, the story that Wendy was telling, he was Indian from India. So it was dot, not feather. Oh, God. Sharky G3 makes me think of the HK thing. G3. Rarge. That would be a hit, Sharky. Sharky, what I think is the worst of what Baldwin said so far is this. I don't feel responsible for her death, which is bullshit and evil. I added the bullshit. He had BS, but I know what he's trying to say, because if he would have said bullshit, fuck you, YouTube, would have deleted it. I was in a car crash with 2 fatalities a few years back. Not my fault, according to me and the investigators told me on the scene. So I know I'm not responsible, but I still run the what-if scenario through my mind every time I drive past the scene. What if I drove just 2 miles an hour slower? I would have missed them losing control and fly right out in front of me. What if I didn't have to take that dump? What? What
if he had been like, I can shit later, and he left earlier, he would have missed him by a minute.
What if I skipped that YouTube video and left earlier, or watched another and left earlier, etc., etc.? It's human in my book, not the bullshit Baldwin stated in the interview, arranged by his buddies. Oh yeah, I think it's actually being played on is it Netflix or Hulu? The George Stephanopoulos interview with Alec Baldwin.
So there's a YouTuber that was an attorney up in Canada who's had some pretty damn good takes on a lot of current events lately. And his belief was that Alec Baldwin pulled the trigger. He meant to. He did it purposely. He didn't mean to shoot anybody, but he's a rageaholic, and he just went ahead and he didn't even know where his finger was, and he just pulled the trigger. And now he's trying to give the most detailed explanation so that people are like, oh, well, that's real detailed. That must be the truth. Oh, he says he just pulled. He pulled the hammer back and let it go, and it went off. Well, I mean, it can't be his fault if he doesn't know shit about guns, because he's always saying they're evil. But he did it deliberately. He pulled the trigger deliberately because he was fucking angry at something. I think that sounds like a fairly good explanation. Look at the video. Look at the way he treated his daughter when she was 11 years old. That voicemail.
Oh yeah.
Look at how he treats people when he encounters them in the streets if they even get the slightest bit in their face. Imagine if he had a gun. He'd have deliberately shot someone.
Yeah, he I don't give a shit what
Hey,
anyone says.
speaking of which, Eric.
He's a fucking loser. Oh, yeah.
Your girl.
Sharky, SH, twofer, outro, nice. And I forgot to take a shot. What? Well, I get.
Does he get another go?
Well, the first one was, I guess, my confusion because we were talking about Satriani and Steve Vai. So I guess he was commenting on that and not actually taking a shot. So Sharky, you get a freebie, and because that was my fault, your C1 is a miss. Hey, I'm not a Democrat. I know how to play fair. And that was the last comment, and I'm not taking anything to the club. It's already, oh. Wow, we're in a record breaker here. 3 of you showed up for the club this time. Smile Money? Is time for the beer. The stuff is not going to review itself. Cheers. Actually, it was a Bloody Mary. Zeus, cheers, Glovers. Cheers, Zeus. And Zeus, as of you hearing me say this, your contribution to the Justin rifle has not shown up.
Ow! I can't move.
And Rich Huff, cheers, Glovers. Cheers, Rich.
Cheers, Rich.
Wow, I tell you what, This rifle has been an absolute bear so far. First of all, we went over a year and a half with only 2 pieces of it. Then Rich decided to pick up that ball and run with it. And thanks to Rich, we actually have I have a complete upper that I could actually take and actually go shoot it right now. But yeah, the charging handle is missing in action. The handguard is a 5.56. I have to talk to Johnny. Maybe if Johnny wants to make payments, I would like, instead of sending that back, maybe just get the right one. That handguard would get used down the road. It's a beautiful handguard. It's just for the wrong size gun. That's all. I'm gonna hit the button one time, and then we're out of here. Tomorrow is Thirsty Thursday. May or may not be a review. And just remember, stay safe. And there's that. Sure glad my water heater is solid state.
And that wasn't.